All aboard. We're going back to Britannia. Most of you. But as for this army, well, we got something special for you. Stick around. Let me see the naval range. Just wondering. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the last two episodes of Massalia, also known as the Phocaean League, alternatively, if you want to, call it by its current name. Gentlemen, ladies, I know we're almost at the end of the series here, but there's still some work to do. Because there is one place that we have not conquered yet to follow the footsteps of Pythias of Massalia. And that is the land of Ultima Thule. I figured out the pronunciation. It's Thule. Well, some say it's Thule. But I'm not sure what's the correct pronunciation. But whatever it is, it's irrelevant. But what's relevant is that this area we must build a city on its port here and Hellenize the region, as we have always have been. Every time we come across the foreign territory, we slowly but surely Hellenize it. Whereas we already sent Massalian populations over there to live and work on the farming settlement, including this one noble, which he doesn't have much business to be there unless we build a city. Either that or go live in one of these areas if you want to make a living, or this city right next door. Anyways, I was looking at the holy sites again, as I was reminded of the Pantheon. Sure, we have Memnon, there's also Apollo, Athena, and Pan. So it's way too far to get us there. Altenon. Right. Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna send you some money. You want to give us military access? Alright. We'll try to be there as fast as we can. Got a special assignment for you. If they allow... No. They won't allow it. Okay, that was for nothing, because I forgot they took Venetia. But we were just at war with them, and they are pretty angry with us, since we've beat them. Competing power, they'll never do that. Okay, somewhere else. But the holy site of Apollo is rather important. We can't just walk into enemy's territory without asking access, unless you want to go to war with them again, but you don't want to do that. Okay. Athena. Of course. In Athens. Which Athens is still a subject of Phrygia. Extremely loyal. But it's only a matter of time before, I think they're interested in integration. Okay. Just forget about the Venetian route. Go to Athens, which has a very big population. Everybody's happy there. And it's an extremely civilized area. I mean, of course, it's the cradle of civilization. Hey, I know we're a bit far away, but I'm going to send you some money, as if you need it. And then I will improve relations with you soon after. But anyways, also get off that. Wait until everybody's assembled so we can put as many men as in there. And so we'll know the number of ships. So you can stop taking the food from this province. I don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, by the way, the Civil War thing's finally gone. Remember I had this problem where we can't continue because of the damn, you know, move province thing? Well, we can do that now. Civil War's gone away. You just have to load up in the save file. There we go. Mission complete. Expanding the minor workforce. Which will spend a lot of money on this, but I'm not terribly concerned about money right now. So mission complete. Now all we need is to expand trade in Alps Maritime, which we need to invest in another province, and then embellish Massalia. Also, it's very low, by the way. Put that back! There goes another 200. I don't know why I said Civil War's finally gone. What I was referring to is that country that no longer exists. I wouldn't worry about them too much. Check back with Athens in a month. At least that war exhaustion's gonna start going on. Right, to fit everybody there, we need 6 more Libonese. That'll take you 96 days, and then after this fleet is assembled, transport all of it. This one will be on separate transport. Former slave. We'll grant you citizen. Mind you, Alluvians are one of the integrated peoples. I'll lose a bit of popularity for that, but give it here. Like I'm gonna assign him anything. Oh, we got another foreigner. How many are there? How many are there? Okay, 2 more. Well, I don't want to do too much of it. Okay, you're something. Ah, so you're the father of these two, it's a former slave family. Okay. This one, you also get citizenship. Because I like your martial skill. We might need you. For, let me see. Who's the least talented general? That is not Parmenion, who is going to be the king soon, as I'm dying of cancer. How many lower cohorts do you have? 6. Out of... Okay, you're replaced. Even though you are cautious, but you do good for the reinforcement speed and army morale recovery, but... Let me see your age. Oh, you're roughly up there. But he's more loyal, submissive. While that man is lustful and devout, so... It's half and half. But I don't think it'll be much of a problem. So put him up there. And I'll find something for your Stratoclids. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just a navy. There are other alternatives, you know. Crete. Which has, throughout this entire playthrough, Crete has never united themselves. Who's the owner? Oh yes, the the Celtic League. Metropolis on this island? I don't know they have that many houses for that island. You know, the best food supply in the world. Yes, I know the distance is considerable. And it's a theocratic republic. Anyone else? Epicdatus. Troyzen. Allied of Sparta. It's all Roman, you know. Except for this one. Also Metropolis. Or you might as well go after our old enemy. Yeah, I'm looking at treasures. As we will soon set sail, we will raid this one. Because, simply put, nobody's there. For now, until somebody colonizes it. And would you look at that? Nobody's there either. We're going to be raiding holy sites. That's what we're doing. We've become the very... We're going to become the very thing that we hated. Pirates! And since we were fresh off from that big Roman war on the previous episode, for once we call upon Apollo for faster manpower recovery. My friend? Many. But I'm going to slowly be dying of cancer while Parmenion is only 37, as he's depressed as I am. Seems to run in the family. Really? You impregnated? Oh, the baby's coming next month. I'm excited, actually. Wait for the fleet to come together with just 2 more ships aboard. Alright, they're ready. There we go. All aboard now. All aboard the Britannia. To Londonum. Again, we have the naval range to make it a safe journey. Corsica, for now. It's the closest of the, Look, I'll give you money, Metaponta, because we need your military access for our ships to be docked over there. He's a researcher, I don't want to give him up. Just send this Punic man. Punic Hellenic. In a staggering display of incompetence, it seems that the governor has mismanaged his estates in the province of Editania to such a degree that there are reports of food shortages across the area. It seems the fool tried to introduce a novel system of irrigation without any knowledge of agriculture, ruining most of the harvest. God damn it! The man's a governor, not a farmer after all. I gained corruption for once, but it doesn't matter because as I'm losing my popularity, those people won't miss me. So now we've expanded trade and Massalia becomes the commercial center. And let's embellish Massalia, in which one of the following must be true. We do have the stone, not the marble. We have iron, we have wood. 2 more nobles will appear in Massalia, as if it needs more of the population. And gains royal palace complex. More local tax, more city building modifiers, and more civilization. Which again, Massalia is the capital of our great kingdom, and is yet not grand at opposing it as befits a city of that stature. Let us undertake great works and turn this great city into the envy of the world. The announcement of Xenophon the soldier Xenophid that Massalia will open her doors to all able artisans, masons, and architects have been sent out to every corner of our kingdom. It is his will that no expense will be spared to embellish the city and to make a true gem of Massalian culture. The world will look at my works. It'll take a year. It has been the hope of many of the building that the new capital district of Massalia will allow us to be free from the old corruption and crime, the things that have been at times seen as endemic to our old capital. Great building projects such as ours can bring themselves out to those who seek clandestine opportunities. A growing black market for government contracts have begun to build up under our eyes, and local gangs are extorting the workers and store owners alike in the new districts. Good! I can't do that! I don't have the money for that! It says Phocaean League must pay, not Xenophon pays. This kingdom is built on pragmatism. Don't you remember tyranny ran this country? But there's new buildings, so what the hell are we gonna build? Oh, I know. Another granary. And 2 more marketplaces. Look at it. The city is majority. It's 100% Hellenic, with a big Massalian majority in the city, while the second biggest population is Alluvian, a few Corsicans, and a few others. That's in this city alone. Okay. All I ask is just for some military access so we can be near port while we go to Athens, if we can. We do have a surplus on glass. We have this, we have this, we have that. Yes. I'm looking for a surplus. Ah, thank you, Carthage. For once. We haven't arrived yet. We just barely passed through the Pillars of Heracles. I'll tell you what you should build now that granaries remind me. Have some more. He was the admiral of the Third Fleet, you know, the one with 2 ships, which we use that as a way of, you know, keeping the families happy, so no reason to appoint another unless we get another, you know, frickin', what's that word? Scorned! I was about to say malcontent, or discontent. Why are you provoking your young sister? Don't do that. You're gonna cause trouble. Stop that. Sponsor the games. That'll get your popularity up. before I die. It's appropriate. Oh, and by the way, who's your child? You named her Eurydice. Oh, no. That can't be good in succession. You know people will never support a future queen, knowing that's your only heir. But he'll deal with these matters himself. I know this land's entirely foreign to you, but they're Druidic, so you speak to these people. You're of their religion. Do it. All that got the public. My goodness, what happened to Athens? The renovations of Massalia is in some ways fundamentally reshaping the city, and not only through the addition of new quarters in and around the new buildings, every part of the city has been given a new focus and a change of stance. The commercial district has largely reoriented itself to support its new class of artisans, scribes, and administrators that now make up the larger part of the city's fabric. Even the slums of the new social order is slowly materializing. As part of the wider works we are undertaking could extend the renovation to another part of the city as well. I still can't pay that. Nor this, but if I do this, everybody would be more loyal and be good for Xenophon. Sorry, project is expensive enough. We're not making that much money because we're saving up on navies for this. There we go, everybody's here. Now spread out. Fleet will be on standby to be ready for the invasion of Thule. Just go get your food. Once they're all filled, then begin the invasion. It would be faster if I were to befriend him. You know, we Massalians are different from the Athenians. Let's just go fill up your food. He's the best out of all, but that man can be dangerous in the future. Just gonna put the lights to the Romans. Hope I'm not poking the bear with this one. The coming of Massalia. Never before has the streets of Massalia been clean, and its gardens so well kept. The stone palaces now make it immediately apparent that it's not just a city, but also the very center of the major power, an urban expression of splendor and wealth. Massalia is now a city of stone. And thus, mission complete. Pearls turns up on gold. Wait a minute, what? Oh, yes, straight to local authority in Massalian, increase food supply, develop local mining, prospect new deposits, develop maritime trade. I mean, of course, this entire province we do control. The second most important province in all of Massalia. Like here, Transalpine Gold, there are many people, but this one has this is our most populous region in actuality. Transalpine gold may be more important, but it's this one down there is far more important. It's where the second metropolis is. Not going to do this because it says Cisalpine goal. Yes. Again, I'm good at following missions. So. Oof. All port territories. There's room. They'll be going up just for starters. And Artemisia is not a city, even though I have other plans of where the cities would be built. Has mines and all possible settlements. Let me see. There's a mine here. There's a mine here. Mine here. Not a mine. There's a mine. Okay. That will be going up. Artemisia, which is a little city over there. There's no city. That's a, settlement, you fool. And all port territories of Bastitania are either fortified in the city, so. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We do have a city somewhere. Oh yes, here. All port territory city here, so we'll have to build another one there. There. But it's going to cost you a lot of money and political influence for this. So it's going on. Oh, actually I got a task for you, Parmenion. Real quick. Go raid that holy site that belongs to the Toisic people. And get that treasure. And then come back to London. Nobody's home, so you can cross this territory. This marshman. Owned province, but nobody owns it, so guess we can't do that. Unless we have access to another country. Okay, never mind. Get back to London. Damn. Well, whoever's going to be colonized there, we're going to go get it. Well, meanwhile, we have other plans. If the Athenians allow. Which they will eventually. 30 out of 70. It should work. Fine. Well, again, Xenophon is slowly but surely going away. Great. Maybe Eurydice. Once Parmenion takes the reins of this country, then, and he's got this to deal with. Assuming he doesn't impregnate her again. All we need to do is just raise some money. Which I'm not sacrificing the, don't worry about the legitimacy. Fort maintenance is lowered. It's best we got. We're just about a few months away for the official invasion to Thule. And we need at least 2 armies up there. Because when we send some of ours like that... In fact, there's no good supply there, so... This is why we brought multiples. It's for at a time. This will further improve our relations. Unfortunately, we lost the good honey. Other good amenities that we don't usually get. No wonder. Egyptian revolt. Famine spread, and I am not willing to spend money to anybody. It's you that needs to spend. $784 BC. Guess you can put a skilled man in. Yes. Strafen Minister. So you got 2 court of law buildings. It'll take a year before we can continue to go either route. Catastrophe Survey. As part of strengthening the governor's office and Minister Limnan, a great number of local officials have been sent out to measure, document, and assess all land in Patica. Patica. I don't know how you say it. Always when such survey is undertaken can become clear how local records have been outdated or even manipulated to a large degree. As a reaction, it turns out that Bracusa Stratoclid, whose side owns the land of the region, has now petitioned us to exempt some specific pieces of public land from this examination. Oh, good lord! I mean, I know I want money, but, you think the good Lord Memnon would accept it? He hated corruption. Which we're trying to slowly get away from. Oh, we could turn this into another, if we had our way, with religious endowments here. Now that's a very nice gift. There, you got the money for, you know, city building and whatnot, but as the continues, despite all the rampant corruption, or so they say, but Parmenion is not corrupt. He's an uncorruptible individual. And I'm sure Parmenion will be dealing with his wife if he needs more heirs, as he only has Eurydice now, and that's going to be a problem in the future. Anyway, get on board, Parmenion. We'll send you 1 army, we'll only send 1 at a time. 1 at a time, I say. And if it gets out of hand, we'll send you the very best. To Thule. Oh yeah. Into the unknown region. Almost there. Cracking my knuckles for this. Plodding quietly, while I will die quietly. As Parmenion, as soon as he arrives there, they're gonna find out the news that he has become king. Yes, we're out of the naval range. War's declared. Meanwhile, what are they up to? Prosperous kingdom! Herodian Burgundian. I know we're a migratory tribe, which they have some degree of control in other parts of the world. And Herulia is over there. Aha! That'll keep them busy. Unfortunately, they also have what we want. But we cannot fabricate the claim, so we'll establish a foothold here with little to no hostilities. Oh no, they are going to get involved. Defensive League. Ah. And Massalian is not to be worried about. They have no connections to sea, and going overland would take them a very long time. I mean, the closest would be over there, so they'll try to find a way. Like hell. And nobody's going to be coming. We're doing this alone. And what would be good if we established a foothold in that area? It's nothing but marsh there. Thule is the target, not anywhere else. Anyways, you ought to land there. Take the fort. This is the area we must control. That, and only that. We don't want to make it a prolonged conflict. So, do whatever you can, Parmenion. After we land, go pick up another army to assist them, in case we may encounter stiff resistance. What's the province loyalty of each of these? After. This should be easy, and we never thought we would take war elephants this far north. Plus, this is the only area with a port. That's why I said here in Lingun, that's where we will build a city there. Future city, the northernmost city that we will establish, and maybe eventually Hellenize it. Whoa there, whoa there. After the siege is won, then Parmenion receives the news that there's a succession crisis. So we lost pretty big stability, and Artemisia has spent her wealth raising a rebel army in Fonseca. and transition of power and all the province loyalties just drop a bit. So long live the monarchy and long live Parmenion. That's our first target. Now we have to gotta bring down this other fort. So at least we can land our ships safely now. We need another army. We will continue this way. You've done well. Let's go. Do not forget the main objective of the war. But meanwhile, in Corsica, get on board. Going on a bit of the trip, a little vacation to Athens. We should land here. I don't know if they'll allow it, knowing what we're up to. Meanwhile, what army? Although I did say that Artemisia isn't supposed to lead an army, but now I think we kind of underestimated it. Well, she's dying of a lung disease. She's a popular successor. I mean, she's very capable, but I have Eurydice. And I need a better wife, because she's, you know, she's old. But do we have time for a trial during all of this? I mean, the last thing we would need is tyranny. Oh, and by the way, she's got elephants! You're really going to put a strain in the army maintenance. I mean, if I were to tell them to get rid of them, then all these loyalties are going to increase her power base, and she's going to be dangerous. Again, never thought I would see a female general. Only because she's a pretender. Hell, I'll tell you what we could do for you. Go to... no, not Massalia. That's way too much. Somewhere. Like here. Like when war breaks out, you're going to be in the first line of defense. Negative stability. But it'll go up at an okay rate. We don't need to sacrifice the gods yet. We're trying to save our political influence for city building. I'll deal with my wife Cassandra soon. Tensions have been growing between the Massalian colonists and locals in. The locals claim their settlers are rejecting local traditions and power structures. Our colonists, on the other hand, claim that the locals are only alarmed because the new Massalian settlements are passing existing metropolis in the region. That ain't good. I mean, the Turdetanians are a, you know... or we can have a stunted growth there. Chilius, defend the right of the locals. Again, they're an integrated people. Last, selfish, bad. But it's not enough. So don't worry about him. Worry about Artemisia. She's dangerous. Well, she's not a pretender anymore, aren't you? No, not a pretender anymore. Perhaps we may make use of you. I'd be willing to spend money to help you with your treatment. We could have something for you. We'll be fighting against them soon. Drive them out. Wall's been breached. Hunt them down. Great, all these men couldn't have power because of the Pretender's support bases. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of you. And then marry a younger woman. If there's any young women around. Let me see. Starting from married. Of course we know Artemisia. Married. Not married. Oh boy. Are we gonna do what I think we're gonna do if the options are exhausted? Whew. Never thought I would see snow-covered area. And a severe winter is bad for now. Well, we got fresh reinforcements on the way. Don't let them get away, but they will. No, they're not. I'll spend little money as necessary, as we're spending most of those funds funding Artemisia's new army that she created, and she's leading, thus breaking tradition. But she is a princess, and I think I know what to do with her. While we give her treatment for her lung disease that she's been suffering for a while. Soon this garrison will fall and we'll take care of the rest. More elephant discipline. Yes, I know where I'm going to take her. Actually, head this way. I'm going to provide you with 2 supply trains, knowing that what you got going on there is a logistical nightmare for that army that she created. And if you get rid of that, she'll be mad. Meanwhile, we just arrived in Athens. And no, just as I suspected, you cannot desecrate holy sites, you have to control the territory. Okay, I understand now. Because I thought this was the way, I guess you have to do that during wartime. Well, I was just curious because I was hoping I could, desecrate this holy site, take some of the treasures with us, and create our own shrine, of a certain god, whatnot. Yeah. That's what we came here for. We were just checking. Okay. So, we'll take our leave then. So you can't do it unless you own the province. Or occupy during wartime. So, return to Imperator. Occupy the rest. We'll stay up here, since the supply is good now. Mines are complete. More local slave output. And you need 1,000 gold for this. This is the way to complete the mission, but ooh, that's a lot of work. I'll just occupy all these territories and then we'll go home. Meanwhile, as Artemisia continues to go north while we're trying to give her treatment, because I don't want her to die, because we kind of want to use her martial skill to deal with some other enemies that we'll be looking for. As I'm nodding my head in approval, as in like, yes, I know who we're going to go after next. Meanwhile in Massalia, time for you to go to trial. Go to court. The people demanded, no other crime is required. We'll take a hit in stability, it'll go back up in no time. During a dull and frankly amateur's defense, Cassandra works herself into quite a tricky situation. We remain unsure how. Rather than professing innocence, Cassandra seems to mistakenly assume she was acting on behalf of the prosecution and accuse herself of a wide variety of crimes. Now, this might be a good chance to push the advantage. Invest in a few favors and turn this into a win. As the hours draw on, members of the court begin to grow wary with the constant questioning, vitriol, and drama. Cassandra finally takes the floor, waxing lyrical on the subject of her internal loyalty to the Phocaean League. As Cassandra speaks, a curious smile graces her face. It seems whilst drawing up details of the accusation, our examiners had neglected to check the whereabouts of Cassandra on the eve of her supposed criminal activity, where she was in fact visiting Xenophon on a diplomatic mission. Let it be known that all Xenonian people are all liars, increased by a small amount. Very high chance of success that we have now. So the court falls deadly silent as the magistrate clears his throat, falters and pipes with a reedy voice, finds Cassandra over guilty of all charges. The entire building shakes in uproar of all present. Court guards seize Cassandra and march her way to the dungeon. Her fate is ours to decide now. Success! Aha! Well, the real question is who? Well, not any of these Xenophids, but there's this Numidian woman that came here recently. And she's lustful. But the loyalty isn't at the best. I should befriend her. Although I am friends with Doris, but she's too old for me. Yeah, this woman, you know, she's from another faith and another culture from another country. She's uncaring. I'd be willing to risk it. After careful deliberation, assessment of potential spouses, and a great deal of research into various bloodlines' heritages, Parmenion summoned his aides and issued an offer to the marriage of Xenophon of the Massalian dynasty. The envoy delivered a proposal, however, that he barely made it out alive after she flew to a great rage, hurling a bare hands with great accuracy, nearly decapitating him. It seems Caesar's often suggested a great attempt. May need to sweeten the deal, increasing the size of the dowry. What? Never thought I would scream that high just for that suggestion. You mad? Okay, not her, not them. And And I ain't gonna be spending any more. So, don't know if I want to risk, you know, the great families, but I'm sure somebody will offer me in time. I mean, it cannot be Eurydice alone, but just in case. Need to prove legitimacy before I even think about considering marriage. We got a war to win. Here, just making sure where you're going. Out of time. One, two, three. We got 3 left. And then, war over. And as for the tyranny, oh, it'll go away very quickly, thanks to the popularity and charisma. Save the money. Disloyalty inspired, they are trying to creep up by creating tension, especially from 2 governates. One more. Then we'll all go home. Okay, here's what we want. Are we missing something here? I mean, we have it all occupied. It's all under our control, is it not? Needs to be coastal territory adjacent to land or adjacent to something already in the treaty. Yes. Not control. Not control. Oh, okay, work it on from there. Hold on, you're screwing everything up. Try that again. Well, why can't we go that way? Is this as far as we're willing to go, but... I mean, it's not much on the aggressive expansion, but they won't, you know, they won't give that a land up. So it doesn't say. Well, anyways, just get to the ships. Let's all go together. They could try to attempt to take some of that territory back, even though we got all what we wanted. Just give it time. Maybe they'll be more accepting on the office. She's all better. Nearly dying of lung disease. Which we thought she's going to be the troublemaker, but that's not the case. And she's looking to get married soon. You got more stability, don't you know? Get rid of these pirates. Something for the Stratokids. Got it. Aha. Now you need something for the Sparta Kid. There. Oh yeah, you are definitely taking up the food. As we said, her army's going to be a logistical nightmare to cover. Let's go. Your tactics are weak, old man. There's a holy site here. There's no treasure, so there's no reason to bring that down. Anyways, what do you say now? They won't give us more land. Maybe it's because we're just too far into the territory. Look, just take it and leave it, alright? And after the peace deal's done, we'll come back and get it all. Okay? We're just gonna have to accept this deal. Because it's the best that they could do. Because we can't get any more land because they say that's not a valid treaty. We can only negotiate them. Okay, fine. At least it'll establish our presence in the defenseless coast. And when we come back, we'll get this land for real. Scandia is what it's called. I don't know about you. Oh yeah, we evoked your offices once. There's your new office. Up to the cold north. Exiled. Oh, shoot! We'll get it on, exiled. Get back to port and get our armies back home. Hurry up! We'll go to war against them next. No longer have this. Of course they would. Funny what you just said. Well, get them unexiled. Just hurry up and land there and then come back and get our boys home. Me included. Now you're not exiled. Now go pick them up. Angry as heck. But do check back every once in a while. You ain't gonna leave me out here to get the flu, will you? Come on, let's go. Stopped it. To London. said before, you guys are next. So this is who we're up against. Sonasia, Leptonia, Autobrogia, Segosavia. That's all within Ops Maritime, right? Some of it. Okay, we'll only take these two areas. That's what we're interested in. Go get it. Expanding the mining workforce. And we'll spend a little bit more money. Huh. If prospectors find metals or minerals over on Massalia, they will be able to change the trade goods produced there. Prospecting. What kind of people are we? Gold miners, huh? For now. False lead in Algamos. While there were some indications that Algamos could be side of interest prospecting, turns out there was little value there. For now, you will remain stationed in Britannia, as we will go to war against Imperator Thule again. It's time for real. At least that's what we're hoping for. So some of you pull back because you're going to be taking up some of that supply. Spread out. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That's Civil War. That kind of power base he has. Fused funding. Position here. Actually, no, here. Because that's the area with no food. At least there's forts. So you'll know who you're going to be up against. Four fortifications. 1, 2, 3. Areas that we must... Oh yes, and we have to expand up there as well. Within Ops Maritime. Actually, get that maintenance up. Start drilling your troops. Get some loyalties. Well, sister, perhaps you will be useful after all. Minor deposits are found there. A prospector sent word they struck some minor deposits of valuable metals and Minake. They were not sufficient to support large-scale mining, but through their investigation itself, they managed to secure enough of value to be able to send some of our state coffers. Alrighty. It's remarkable. Alright, well, once I'm finished with the lineage, hey, what do you... Oh. One's trying to claim the lineage, the other's going to give me a proposal very soon. Hopefully a young and, what's my skill missing? And a good girl with finesse and zeal. Someone's got the spirit. The fact that Parmenion is yet to marry has attracted the attention of many great families around. It was therefore no surprise when the recent festivities by the house of Stratoclid, Parmenion, Xenophon, was introduced to Sophia, a young and, according to some, very suitable match. It's certainly clear that Brikuza, Stratoclid, and his entire family would be deeply grateful for our families to be joined together in such a union. Not enough zeal, but good enough finesse for me. She's greedy, but deceitful. Well, this is a marriage from hell, because families ain't happy. But if I were to get at least one of them on the side, then maybe, just maybe, we ought to. So again, it's like, yeah, that's pretty good years. 22. You're 20 years younger than me. And perhaps the threat of civil war is very real now. And I know we refused the proposal. And I cannot get rid of your offices. Especially you. But the one with the biggest power base is him. Because of all the holdings he controls. I need to befriend her. I need to get her to stick with me. Let's just be more than brother and sister. Let's just be close confidants. Another man of Ares. Or do we need some inspiring soldiers? We got so many good generals these days, including our first ever female general. Okay. Oh, bite. Who is it? That's him. Calandros Anaximandrid. Brave and reckless. I think he'll be our cavalryman. So we can only send 2 armies of Soul. Perhaps we need to recall 2 more armies back to the mainland, because the threat of civil war is very real, because these disloyal characters are not to be reasoned with, except maybe him. I believe he's the only one that can be bribed out of this. And that's the best we could do. As much as I do not like corruption, but for now. This isn't right. You nearly died of lung disease. I can't give you that office. That's scandalous. Scandalous council I'm referencing from Crusader Kings. Yeah. Again, our next interest to expand is over there. And simultaneously return to Thule. Hey, since we're close enough now... Okay, no need to recall them back yet. I'll commission a sculpture in her honor. I don't think it's gonna work. We're gonna have to give it another shot. Send another over. Be careful with the pirates. I know that didn't work. Only because I did not like that option to give us. Oh my goodness. Nubians now run Egypt. Not native Egyptians, but Nubians. Land here. Because we want to increase the funding of the Navy. Carnutian revolt. They're still fighting? Or have they always been fighting and I never noticed? Again, we got a lot of time to have more children. Because it cannot be Eurydice because they're going to have a fit with this. As I said, we shall return to that. But the real question is, when? How much is it for a sacrifice? 43. But I want to save my money for a city building. But acquiring this would mean more economy and commerce. But it's not going to make the Alluvians happy, because they are an integrated people of ours. Yeah, food's already all the way filled. Let's try that again with her. Because we want to stick together. Largest army of the country. And if rebellion breaks out, she can handle it. Guess I'll have to. Even though we're trying to get rid of tyranny. It's a start. Till next spring. Great, another Memnon. But he's plotting quietly. Everybody's plotting quietly these days. It's a very dangerously decadent court we have here. I know we have issues with him, but for me, that man is just very corrupt. But, let me see. Promise loyalty. Yeah, we're gonna do this the other way. Damn you! Why do you ask for such big demands? I can't do that. That would lead to civil war. And I need you in the army. I know it sounds odd that we have a female general in the army, but I need you there. I'll commission a sculpture under your honor again. Yep, it's gonna be spurned again. Keep trying. I'm not saying I have a need for friends, it's just I need to keep her on our side, so that way... try again, one more time. So that way, the army doesn't break away should there ever be a civil war. Make sure that she doesn't join the rebels. Yeah, that's even more tyranny than we asked for. Yeah. Again, we got until next spring until we return to Thule. Oh yeah, I forgot about these things. Don't worry about them. Just a little more money. This should work. Hope you aren't doing something bad. Okay, fine. Done everything for you. Well, just have to wait for these old guys to drop dead. Just as long as you serve the military, we'll be alright. Not wasting any more money or political influence on her. And I hope you bear us a son. April 16th. And Massalian citizen can go. An ally's gift. Huh. Oh, thank you for that little money. Makes up for spending it on Artemisia. Which, whatever, how much money does she have? A lot, of course. And she's paying lower cohorts, and she's a gambler. Never thought I would see a woman like her gamble. I mean, she's not just a woman, she's my sister. She's forgiving, aggressive, and secure. So, if she was queen, then the generals would stick by her. She is a military woman at heart. But I think it would be alright for her to stay single the rest of her life. She found her calling, and that is to be the general of one of the great Massalian armies that she created, she funded. So that's why we're giving her all that training. It's her army now. So, fleet maintenance up. Get ready. In the meantime, of legitimacy. Parmenion Xenophon is a man who is more suited to being led rather than leading. Sadly, he is entirely unaware of this fact. Picked up submissive, which means more loyalty to other characters, but unfortunately this province commerce is gonna take a big hit, which is the last thing that we would want. You ain't taking one of my holdings. You could take some of mine, but that you don't get. Next month. To position. Perhaps one at a time. Remember the limitations of supply. Actually, no, simultaneous. One army there, the other army over there. son is born. Alright. Now he's the new primary heir. What kind of name exactly? Oh, I got it. Because of that guy who just came and I saw his surname, Anaximandrid, so... Anaximandros. Is that spelling correct? By the way, we don't typically see that name in Massalia. You only see that kind of name in the Eastern Mediterranean of the other Greeks, not Massalian Greeks. Yes, the spelling is correct. Anaximandros. May you grow to be strong and wise, my son. Now all we need is that royal tutor to stay on our side and make sure he doesn't do anything rather harsh. All aboard! Just in case. Part of the defensive league. Where's that other country? That very small. No port. Oh, there you go. Control most of this and we're good. No need for allies for this one. I'll take this fort, you go to the other. We'll have them both down at the same time and it'll be a short and sweet war. Meanwhile, we also gotta take this area too. Yes, they can join, since we've been good friends together. Unfortunately, you're dealing with barbarian hordes. So yes, 2 wars at the same time. It's your time now, Artemisia. These 2 other armies will stay in case something bad happens. And I know that there are very best generals stationed there, but it's for logistical reasons. Yeah, there is room for another alliance. But the real question is who? Them? Oh yeah, they're involved in that little mess. For once, and they would be willing to accept call to arms. Tributary. Keep forgetting about tributary things. Just this one. We'll make them a tributary in the future. Yep, they're invading. It's going to take a bit of a financial strain on us. But we'll fight them soon enough as soon as Artemisia gets that fort down. We could read our sieges. There'll be more enemies coming. That means more Gauls for the slaughter. Come on in. Any help we can get. They're pouring through. Zone of control. Land here. Repair the ships. Nobody was there. Their war is over. There's a good chance our fort will fall before any of theirs. Get after them. Now. You're better off skirmishing. We may have to lose one of our forts soon before we can advance further. Knew it! But we'll catch him. It's vengeance. Oh yeah, we picked the right tactic for the job. Take it back. And where the hell's our reinforcements? On their way. Ultima Thule. Yes, that's what we want. Not yet. Are your spy good? Well, stay there for the time being. See what we could do for you in a little bit. Stubborn defenders. Avenge them. We shall catch them. This will be Artemisia's first battle. What do you say? Do I have to defeat you in battle to prove the point? Because we're going to set out to prove it, otherwise. An 11. Parmenion, would you like to come over here? We had the same tactic, but we didn't have it set specifically. She got him. Yeah, she's a bit stressed. Doesn't deteriorate her health. I mean, her health isn't going to get any better because we have a shitty disorder position of ours. I'm not too concerned about the food situation. Well, what I'm concerned is you need to get that area back. Advance to the capital. Your food is good. It's a very long way to travel. Too bad I'm not going to give Artemisia, whatchamacallit, a triumph. I mean, once she does, she can never get back her command. But hey, that's a first for me. A female general, despite the fact that we do not have mixed gender rules active in this entire playthrough. Got it back. Advance. Stop them. Yeah, just let them roam. Alright, we're here, despite the blasted, you know. Just wait a few months and then we'll get a favorable peace deal to finally control Thule. Come on. You will face her wrath. Use phalanx. Damn them. Oh, they're desperate now. No, they're not. Yes, no, maybe. Wherever it is, just keep them on standby. Come on, you chickens. Okay, wait until January. Then we'll be able to get Thule. Finally. Trying to get away from us, huh? Went for it. Coming in. With phalanx, that could defeat shock action significantly. Oh, we have to beat through this army first before we can reinforce you. Here comes Artemisia. Even though most of your cohorts did the fighting. For once. Because we'll finally be back in positive stability very soon. Now you want to talk? There, we finally got what we want. All we wanted was Ultima Thule. Just to establish our northernmost presence of the world. Let's build a city up here. Look, who lived up there? Wrong? Vino. Let me see. Oh, over there. And who lives there? I'm gonna see. That's what they were. Not anywhere near here, but screw it. Colonize it. We're sending Massalian populations up there. And once that city is built, maybe those same Massalians can come right in. But don't stay up here forever. Because, you know, we need to go home soon. We'll keep the 2 forts, just in case that they retaliate. One more fort to go. So you advance up to Vienna. I'm sure desperation's going to set in with the fall of their capital. But remember, we want to include some of this. Color's kind of hard to see. Because it's Phocaean League and Vulcan. And yeah, colors are similar. All too easy. Critical food supply? We got 3 forts to take down. Well, 2 at least. And control the rest. We got them trapped. Just take this fort and keep them busy. Because it seems they're going straight for it. Let Artemisia do the fighting. They're going to be trapped. Ready to go home? To London. Oh yeah, they're going after them. They turned back now. Thanks to the excellent siege engineering abilities. Next target. Here comes Artemisia and her elephants. Raise hell. Revolt, of course. We often lose our trade goods due to revolt. I pay little attention to what technology is these days. Let's just finish this war and start making all that money again. Wherever they gather, Artemisia shall fight. Any territory that relates to Alps Maritime. You're responsible for this. Take one more, and that's that. Well done, men. Okay. This. Bam, bam. That's all we need. Actually, no. It's missing. Because, you know, we need that area too. Mogdunum. Lodna. And, what the hell's that place called? Prioratus. And that's it. I know the aggressor expansion will be very high, but that's all the expanding will do. And we finally, at least nearly, united all the lands that belongs to maritime to us. We finally have full, near 99% control of the region except for this thing, but that's whatever. And I know the Eluvian culture, an integrated culture of ours, ain't gonna like this. So I'll just banish those clouds and put the rest to the sword. We got it. Now get rid of these forts. And we'll wrap up this episode here. This will keep. Not this. To mark our northernmost borders. I guess that. Hey, at least we got marble now. Yeah, we didn't look at the trade goods very much. We got more livestock, horses, livestock, hemp, furs, leather, marbles you mentioned, base metals, vegetables, and even up here. Alright, this is good stuff. Well done. Well done. Since there's no sit in Dobrogia. Which one is the most supplied or most fertile land? sort of, you know, the namesake. Or even, just looking for areas where we could build potential, you know, new cities. Whereas this already established city has done well for themselves. Make this capital. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We control about 333 territories. And of course, this further increases our high score in first place. Now we are 20 years left until the end date. So, we've done very well. And most importantly, we have reached the northernmost extent of the Phocaean League as we are, you know, building a city. The northernmost city that will soon be Hellenized. Make it in the northernmost area where the Greeks live, as they're already Massalians. As we sent them over there. And I need you to, you know, harsh treatment. Make sure that, you know, wherever these citizens shall live, like instead of there, when the city's built, move them there. And all these Massalian Greeks we're sending is going to live up there. But for them, don't colonize this area. They're an integrated people of ours. All that and more in the next episode as we will start making more money again. And I don't know where we're going to go from here, knowing that we've accomplished all of our major goals in this series that I have attended. So, we'll just have to bask in the glory for the next 20 years. And give congratulations to Artemisia, the first female commander, which, unfortunately, she has succumbed to lunacy, which will be the end of her. Well, let's hold a triumph for her, because she isn't going to be good as used to be, and I'm going to lose a very good sister of mine, so she deserves a triumph, as we will end the episode on that note. Artemisia the Shield. That's what she'll be known as to us, for she is victorious. So thank you for your service, Artemisia. We know you will die to lunacy. So we salute to you, as we salute to the Phocaean League. See you next time. Until then, so long for now.